All right, let's get right into it. There is a story that has absolutely exploded out of Minnesota and really onto the national stage. We're talking about a fraud scandal so huge that prosecutors are using some pretty unbelievable language to describe it.
Just listen to this quote from Assistant U.S. Attorney Joseph Thompson. The key phrase there, industrial scale. I mean, that's not a term you hear every day in a courtroom, right? It suggests something way bigger than just a crime. It sounds like a factory, a systematic process for just cranking out theft of public money.
And the numbers, they're just staggering. We are not talking about a couple of people. We're talking about more than 90 individuals charged so far, and that's across a bunch of different schemes. The total amount of money lost? Well, officials think it could actually be in the billions. It's a scale of fraud that's honestly hard to wrap your head around.
So where did this all start? Well, the epicenter, the ground zero for this whole thing, is a case that's been called the largest COVID-era fraud scheme in the entire country. It's known as the Feeding Our Future scandal.
The target was a program with a really noble goal, the Federal Child Nutrition Program. The idea is simple, use federal money, hand it out through the state, and pay for free meals for kids who really need them. It's supposed to be a critical safety net, but that safety net was turned into a personal piggy bank.
So, how did they pull it off? It was basically a four-step process. First, you have this nonprofit called Feeding Our Future. They acted like a hub, signing up hundreds of food distribution sites. Step 2, these sites would just submit completely fake claims for meals that were never even served. They used phony invoices, even made up lists of kids' names. Third, the Minnesota Department of Education, using federal cash, paid them. And finally, Feeding Our Future would take a nice slice of the pie from every single fraudulent payment.
And the results of just this one scheme? $250 million. Seriously, let that sink in. $250 million that was supposed to go to feeding hungry children during a pandemic. Just gone.
So where did all that money go? I'll tell you, it wasn't back into the community. It went to a ridiculously lavish lifestyle. We're talking lakefront property, luxury cars, tons of jewelry, even a private villa in the Maldives. This was just pure greed, all funded with money meant for kids.
And here's the really scary part. This level of theft wasn't just contained to one program. The whole playbook, the mindset behind the Feeding Our Future case, it started to metastasize. It spread like a virus to other state-run, federally funded programs.
This led to something prosecutors started calling fraud tourism. Can you believe that? The word apparently got out that Minnesota was an easy target, and people started coming from all over the country just to set up fake operations and cash in.
And yeah, the fraud went way beyond the food program. A housing program for seniors and people with disabilities, targeted with fake bills. Autism services, they were allegedly billing for therapy that never even happened, sometimes by